I apologize. I actually had a little technical difficulty a minute ago and the live stream cut off, so I'm starting this all over again. Man, I'm just celebrating some big wins today because I need to. I'm going to discuss why, because there's a lot of things going on in rebuilding my life now at 41 years old that have taken very positive steps. And I want to celebrate those wins a little bit. I'm going to explain who kind of gave me that as I'm going through this live stream. So, the first things first, I want to thank everyone that has been watching my channels. And if you've been watching me for a while now, you know that I've been on this roller coaster ride of just up and down, up and down. I made, trying to rebuild my life. I take like 5 steps forward and then all of a sudden 10 steps backwards. And I realized something yesterday. So as I was, how do I put this? As I was like downloading videos to HB RV Lifestyle, my other channel, my RV education channel, and now RV education and podcast channel, I had a little thing pop up that said, "Happy 5th birthday to your channel." And I sat back and I'm like, has it really been 5 years? So I went backward and I went to my first original videos when I was at Beaumont RV. And in August of 2020 was the first time I uploaded a video to that channel. Now, I was very inconsistent and the quality of those videos is horrible. I mean, I didn't have any microphones. I had a really old phone with a really old camera, no editing software. I mean, it was just raw. I mean, it was so raw, I was holding up pieces of paper when I was teaching people about financing an RV. When I was, I mean, that video is still one of the #1 watched videos when people research RV loans. But it's crazy that people still watch that video, even though it's just crappy quality, especially since I've updated that video since to a better quality sound, better quality everything. But some of the big wins. So first off, where I got this from is I had a really good friend of mine. She showed up yesterday. I haven't seen her in a while. I'm not going to mention her name, but she's a really good, solid friend of mine, like platonic friend. Nothing more, nothing less. And she showed up yesterday and she was helping me like clean the trailer. She was helping me rip out carpet and just kind of talking to me and giving me a place to go to, because I lost a really good friend of mine. I actually had a really good friend from high school pass away on August 7th. So not that long ago, 10 days ago, he died. And actually I'm going to the funeral coming up here this week. And one of the reasons it was so devastating for me is because it's the last of a group of guys that I hung out with. So there was 5 of us that I grew up with. And so 4 friends, and we all lived on the same block and went to the same schools from basically kindergarten all the way through high school. And then 3 of us went to the same colleges together for the first 2 years. So we were this tight-knit group of dudes and tight-knit group of people. And I'm the last one alive. At 41 years old, I'm the last one alive now. 2 of them passed away to health reasons. One was obviously murdered, and then I have my friend who just passed away and a drunk driver hit him. So, it's been a really rough, 10 days. I have been absolutely just in the crapper. And, I can't really talk to the mother of my children about it because she's going through a lot of stuff. And I don't like to emotionally dump on people. It's crazy how the world kind of connects in that way. And it's weird because she told me, she says, you haven't been really answering the phone too much. And she said that, she just was really concerned. She's like, it looks like you haven't eaten. She went and got me some Chipotle, and we just sat and tore up the trailer. And I was telling her a lot about what was going on. I was kind of shared with her, that I kind of fell in love with this girl. that, I've been having this massive growth on YouTube. I've been having this big push on TikTok, and so I'm just afraid to talk about it. I said, because I know that the person I'm with has a lot of things, or the person I'm trying to be with has so many things going on in her life, so much chaos that, she really doesn't have time to like explore that. And I said, at the same time, I've got all this ambition and all these things that are driving me, but I'm afraid if I talk about it, I'm going to take 10 steps backwards, because that's the way it's been going for me in my life, right? And she said something incredible to me. She says, I've known you for 12 years. I go, okay. And she goes, what you've been through over the last 2.5 years, over the last 2.5 to 3 years, most people would have buried themselves in a bottle. She goes, most of people had just given up, disappeared, gotten rid of the world. You kept going. She goes, your ambitions kept you going. Your wants, your desires, your need to win, your desire to get better and to leave a mark on this world has kept you going. You need to celebrate those wins. So I want to thank everybody, because we hit 50,000 subscribers this month here on this channel. And to give you a little background in this channel, yes, this channel has comedy. It has some funny stuff. We talk about, I talk about me and my growing back and building my life back from zero, starting July of 2024. It's been 13 months. I now own a 36-foot fifth wheel that I'm remodeling. I have a 50,000 subscriber YouTube channel. I'm about to hit a 20,000 subscriber YouTube channel. I'm about to hit 60,000 followers on TikTok. I mean, it's just been this massive growth, and I couldn't have done it without your support. So this channel was originally my podcast, and I took a big chance on a 3-year established podcast with 5,700 subscribers and about 25,000 views a week as far as podcast views, daily podcast about the RV industry. And what I did was I took this established channel that had 5,800 subscribers, and I flipped it into this parody of life. I went from uploading memes to now AI videos, to meme videos, to comedy sketches, to talking about rebuilding my life at 40 years old, now 41 years old, talking about the challenges of living in a car last year, talking about the challenges of Uber. I mean, doing all this stuff, right? And the reality is that the risk paid off because of you, the audience. I'm glad you guys enjoy the stuff I post. I take just stuff I think about, like Taco Bell and Pizza Hut eating and all the stuff I've experienced in this year, and I've turned it, instead of making it depressing, I've turned it into comedy. I try to take video footage like South Park stuff where the guy's taking a crap and talking about 2-day-old Caesar's pizza. I mean, I try, because that's true. I've eaten 2-day-old Caesar's pizza and sat in 24 Hour Fitness's bathroom blowing it up, because it's just, my stomach's like, but I didn't have a choice because I didn't have any money. So it's like, we don't have any money, you just eat whatever you can, whatever leftovers you can get your hands on. And this will be the biggest month I've ever had on YouTube, and it still keep growing. In fact, this channel, if it keeps going the way it's going, I'll have my first silver play button. What you got to understand, at my age, and with everything I've got going on in my life and everything I've had going on in my life, it's like a huge accomplishment. And it makes me know I can hit 1 million. It makes me know if I can hit 50, I know I'll hit 100. If I know I can hit 100, I know I can hit 1 million. And now that I know how to build a channel, I can build several channels. I can build several podcasts. I can turn this thing into something that is beneficial to everybody. Make people laugh. Give people a source of places when their deepest, darkest place is bearing them, when they're ready to just quit. You know, give them a place to kind of see that someone else is going through what they're going through. Not some dickhead who's showing off his Lamborghini, telling you, oh, you know, one day you could sit here and be leasing this Lamborghini in this video so that way I can get 1 million clicks. I mean, nothing like that. So it was really helpful having my friend over here. It really was. I mean, she like brightened my spirits up and let me kind of vent and vomit on her because I just needed it. And I didn't want to vomit. There's another good friend of mine. She's really young. She's like 24 years old. And I consider her more like a daughter. But her and her family are going through so much with dealing with the state of California and dealing with health issues, and grandma's not healthy. And it's like, she called me one day and offered, because she knew I was feeling like crap. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to emotionally dump on you, because dumping on you, she's 24, she's got all that stuff going on. It's like, no, I wouldn't even want to have that happen to me if I was 24 years old. So I was like, no, no, no. But to have someone I've known for 12 years show up, worried about me eating, go run and get me Chipotle because she knows I haven't eaten in 3 fucking days. And, you know, it was just kind of like one of those situations that it reminded me why it was great to have good friends that care about you and want to be there. You know, Peter, eventually I will. I think eventually Liz Amazing, and I may collaborate. You never know. I'm sorry. Did I just throw up in my mouth? I'm sorry. But I'm really, really just excited. And the third win, probably the biggest win so far, beyond the 50,000 subscribers and all that stuff, is, you know, I went to the doctor. I had a health scare, a really bad health scare about same time my friend passed away. I actually went to the emergency room, and because my chest felt like it was like collapsing in on itself. And so the medication they gave me and the diet they're trying to get me. Hi, Maria. What they've done is they actually told me today that the cardiologist says that I don't need any surgeries or anything, and they're going to take me off of one of the medications. They think it's probably too much. So now they have me only on 2 medications, temporary as needed. When my chest tightens up or I feel like I'm like getting this chest anxiety or whatever they called it, when my heart starts being a little weird, pop a pill. Nothing to take daily except for an aspirin regimen, and slow down my workout. So actually, I actually sprained my wrist the other day. The swelling went down, bruised some ribs doing something I shouldn't be doing, but I did it anyway because love makes you do stupid ass things. But I also don't like it when people get stolen from. I hate that crap. Pisses me off. Yeah, I'm like a bloodhound. Don't sick me on somebody unless you want me to actually find them, right? I mean, that's what I told my friend yesterday. I'm like, I told her the whole story. So I'm not going to tell the whole story because the whole story is private, okay? But we'll just say that someone I very much love and care about had something stolen from her. And so she finds this video of the dude, and the long story short, in 4.5 days, excuse my language, cover your ears, kids, but I found the motherfucker. And so I found him somebody had found him and told me where he was on Wednesday night. So I went down there, and we'll just say ended up with sprained wrist and bruised ribs and got the stuff back. So, you know, win there, right? Hey, James Munoz. So it was a lot of, you know, just telling her the full story. And she's like, man, you just, nothing changes with you when you are, she goes, that's why you're like, she said something very interesting yesterday. So she's been divorced now for just about as long as I've been divorced. Well, not divorced, but separated, or whatever you want to call her, whatever you want to call the damn thing with her. Because she's not like fully divorced or anything, but nah, it's all good, Dorothy. No worries. Appreciate it. Peter. You're out of control, brother. I love it. Don't worry about it, Dorothy. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Anyway, so what happens is so anyway, so she was telling me, she goes, she goes, when she goes, I don't, she goes, you know what, sometimes you're too much. I go, what do you mean? She goes, I know you, so it's real easy to understand that when you actually love someone. She goes, you go all in. She goes, you give 130% effort. And she goes, you take care of yourself and you do a good job taking care of yourself, and you have figured out how to like just back off of people when they don't interested in you. Like when people don't call me, I generally like, I'll give people phone calls and a text, but if I don't hear back from somebody in like 2 or 3 days, I just back off, And I back off because it's like they just don't want to talk to me, right? They don't want to be around me. And that's good. That's the way the world works. You just move on and do things, and when they're ready to talk to you, they'll talk to you. If they don't want to ever talk to you, they don't ever talk to you. It's kind of the way the cookie crumbles in respect. There's people that I used to talk to 3 years ago I don't talk to anymore. There's people that I used to talk to on a daily basis that we haven't talked in 5 years. Oh, Dorothy, I'm sorry. So sorry to hear that. So, but yeah. No, got to celebrate the big wins. So I was really excited to have her over here. She's actually coming back tonight. She's going to bring some food. We're going to watch a movie and tear up more of the trailer. And then she's got to fly back to Virginia. So, yeah, it's just crazy. So, yeah. What a day. What a day yesterday. Now I'm going to tear up the rest of the carpet in this fifth wheel and probably live stream it on TikTok. And what a great day. So, anyway, see you guys.